Dear students, I welcome on behalf of Amity Institute of Organic Agriculture. Today we will discuss about wing venation and wing coupling. In the previous class we studied about types of wings and their modifications. What are the different types of wings are there? What are the different names like elytra, halters, hemelytra, leathery and other type of wings were which modified as per the life cycle of the wings, as per the need, as per protection requirement of the wings. In today we will study about wing venation and wing coupling. Let us start with wing venation. What is wing venation? Wing venation are the pattern of veins appearing on the wings. Different structure of veins appearing on the wing are called wing venation. How veins are attached to each other, how many veins are there, which types of veins are there, how they are forming the structure, what are the branching of veins, what are the connections among veins, we will study in details, and the wing pattern arrangement of veins on the wing are called wing venation. Wings are the part of pterothoracic region. Pterothoracic means combination of mesothoracic and metathoracic regions. So, before we study a structure of wings and wing venation, the three layers are important. The dorsal layer is called notum, the ventral layer is called sternum, and the vertical layers or side layers are called pleurons. These are the hard plates protecting the thorax regions, and these are the important plates, important regions from where the accessory organ of wings generate and wing formation takes place. So this is the structure of wing, triangular structure of wings. There are three margins, like three sides of triangle there are three margins of wings. The costal margin is the first longitudinal vein, the apical margin and the anal margin. Three are the sides and these are the three margins. Similarly, there are three angles, humeral angles. This is the formation between body axis and costal line. Apical angle is the formation between costal margin and apical margin, and anal angle is the formation between an apical margin and anal margin. Some other structure like jugum, jugal fold, clavus, which are the organs which help in coupling of wings, attachment of forewings and hind wings. It is a kind of attachment between forewings and hind wings, and these accessory organs like jugum, jugal fold, clavus are important organs to attach with the forewings and hind wings for wing coupling process, which are helpful in flight. This is the typical structure of vein. You can see the trachea means oxygen comes here, and the oxygen is carried by hemocyanin, in the blood. The nerve cells are there and hemolymphs appear with the help of nerve cells. These are the space from where bloods are stored. And upper cuticle, this is the upper cuticle and the lower cuticle is the behind. Here is epidermis. Epidermis is the structure which can form the upper cuticle and the lower cuticle. So now we are studying about wing venations. There are two types of wing venation. One is increased, healthy venation is there, and number two is reduced, poor venation. Veins are not appearing correctly. There is no clear differentiation of different veins, so they are called reduced venation, reduced wing venation. This is the wing venation. The longitudinal veins, there are, you can see many longitudinal veins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see 6 type of longitudinal veins are there. They are named as costa, subcosta, radius, media, cubitus and anal veins. Now you can see some veins are branched. In the middle of the area, the veins are branched like radius, cubitus and media. These middle region veins are branched in several other. You can see R1, R2, R3, R4, R5 means radius is branched in 5 veins. Media is branched in 4 veins, M1, M2, M2, M4. Cubitus is branched in 3 veins, CU1A, CU1B, CU2, and anal veins are branched in 3 veins. Anal veins are not branched but they are longitudinal, you can see. So there are two type of veins. One is branched in the center in like radius, media and cubitus, and the others like costa, subcosta and anal veins are unbranched veins. Now cross veins. What are the cross veins? The cross veins are those veins which connect two longitudinal veins. When there is a link between two longitudinal veins, that link is called cross veins. Number one is humeral. Humeral veins connect costa and subcosta. They are called humeral veins. You can see these are called humeral veins. Number two, radial veins connect the branches of R1 with its other sectors. R1 with R2, R2 with R3, R3 with R4. These cross veins are called radial veins. Number three, sectoral veins. The longitudinal radius veins are R3 and R4. R3 and R4 are called sectoral veins. Radiomedial. When the last or posterior branch of the radius connect with the anterior branch of media, they are called radiomedial veins. Media. It connects longitudinal veins media M2 and M3. Media cubital. The posterior branch of media connects with the anterior branch of cubitus, then it is called media cubital veins. Cubito-anal veins. When The posterior branch of cubitus connects with the first anal vein, then it is called cuvito-anal veins. These are the typical structure of the first longitudinal vein is denoted by C, it is costa. Second one is subcosta, and the angle between costa and subcosta are called humeral cross vein. Humeral angle, and this link between costa and subcosta is called humeral cross vein. Precosta. Costa is the leading edge of the wing, which are strong and marginal, extend to the apex, and it is unbranched. Costa are unbranched wings. Subcosta, it runs immediately below the costa. The veins following below the costa are called subcosta, and they are the veins between C and R, between costa and radius. The two branches of subcosta are subcosta 1 and subcosta 2. Subcosta veins are branched and they are named as subcosta 1 and subcosta 2. Radial veins. Radial veins are again branched, R1 and RS. R1 and the RS. RS is sectoral veins. They are divided into 4, R2, R3, R4 and R5, and R1 is unbranched. You can see R1 goes directly to the apical margin and is convex. RS is concave and divided into 4 branches. They are named R2, R3, R4 and R5. Media. Media, it is the fourth longitudinal vein of the wing, and it is again branched into 2 main branches. The first one is called media anterior and the other are called media posterior. Media anterior is convex and media posterior is concave. Media anterior is again divided into MA1 and MA2, means media anterior 1 and media anterior 2. Median posterior is again divided into MP1, MP2, MP3 and MP4. Cubitus. Cubitus is the fifth longitudinal vein of the wings. It articulates with the medial axillary sclerite. It is divided into CU1 and CU2. CU1 is again divided into CU1A and CU1B. Anal veins, they are unbranched. These veins are convex. They are individual unbranched 1 to 3 in numbers. You can see 1A, 2A and 3A in the figure. Jugal veins. They are unbranched veins also. They are present in the jugal lobe of the forewing. They help in wing coupling mechanism of insects. The insect wings, this is the full diagram. The first one is costa, the green colored one is subcosta, the third one is radius. You can see R1 is unbranched, R2, R3, R4 and R5 are sectoral radius, they are branched. Then media or medial are branched veins like M1, M2, M3 and M4. Cubitus are also branched, CU1A, CU1B and CU2. The last one or the sixth longitudinal vein is called anal vein. They are unbranched. They are 1 to 3 in number, 1A, 2A and 3A. Jugal veins, they are 1 to 2 in number. So this is the structure of insect wings and venations. Cross veins already told, they are the veins joining the two longitudinal veins. Like humeral cross veins, they connect costa and subcosta. Radial cross veins between radius and radial sectors, they are called radial cross veins. Sectoral cross veins, they are between sub branches of radial sector like R2, R3, R4 and R5. They connect between among them. Radiomedial cross vein, when the posterior radius vein connects with the anterior medial vein, medial first vein, then it is called radiomedial vein. Medial cross veins, they are the branches, they connect the branches of media. Mediocubital veins, the posterior media connect with the anterior cubital first vein, then it is called mediocubital vein. So these are the different cross veins. You can see different names appear as humeral cross veins connecting costa and subcosta, radial cross veins connecting R1 with RS or R1 with R2, R3, then radiomedial cross veins connecting the last R5 with first MA1, mediocubital cross veins connecting the last medial vein with the first cubital veins. So these are the cross veins connecting the two longitudinal veins. So the main veins and the cross veins form the wing venation or wing pattern. The Australian flat-wing damselflies wings are one of the few vein patterns. The venation pattern is useful in a species identification. Anisoptera, wings held out sideways or slightly downward. Zygoptera, wings held together, dorsal surfaces are opposed. So these are the wings are the examples. Wings are the patterns on which identification of different insects can be done. In different orders, they have different wing patterns. Now wing coupling. When four wings connect with hind wings, then the process is called wing coupling. And there are different types of wing coupling. Number one is hymulate type of wing coupling. When there is hymuli like a structure, you can see a hook like a structure present on the costal margin of a hind wing, that is called hymuli, and the engagement of this hind wing with the forewing with the help of hymuli are called hymulate type of wing coupling. So the examples are bees. Different bees have hymulate type of wing coupling. Amplexiform. This is the simplest form of wing coupling. There is no linking structure. The linking structure is absent on the hind wings or on the forewings. Coupling is achieved by broad overlapping of the forewings and the hindwings. The examples are butterflies. Freenet. There are two subtypes: fruit-sucking moth. Hindwings wear near the base of the costal margin a stout bristle called frenulum, which is normally held by a curved process, retinaculum. So, frenulum and retinaculum are the structures. You can see the retinaculum, a hook-like structure, and frenulum, a long thread-like structure, a long thorn-like structure. These two structures connect each other, and this connection is called freenet wing coupling. So with this we come to the end of this lecture, and we are open for discussion.